Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you've been having an awesome day. In this video here today, we're going to be making a black Santa hat. Now, it doesn't have to be a black Santa hat at home for you guys. You can make any color Santa hat you want to make. You can make a red one, a blue one, a purple one, a pink one, a yellow one, yellow with pink polka dots. You can put foo-foos all over it, whatever the heck a foo-foo is. Um, you can put glitter on it. You can do whatever you want to do with it. It's going to be your hat. Just make it fun and enjoy it. This hat project is a no sew project. You don't have to sew it. It would look a lot better if you do sew it. You can use fabric glue as well. They take a lot longer to dry if you use fabric glue. But for this one, we're just going to use hot glue for hot glue gun. This is just for fun. Enjoy a hat. You know, it's not like you wear it all year long, or do you? Okay, some of us might wear it all year long. But it's a hat that you can wear for a little while, you enjoy it, and then maybe next year you make another one that kind of suits your mood for next year, a different color or a different design. Why the black Santa hat? Black Santa hat is an item in a game that I play, and it's a pretty sought after item in the game. I mean, a lot of people want it, and except for me, because I already have one. But figured everybody would like to know how you can make a black Santa hat, an easy way to make it just for fun, and this is an easy project to make. So this video is our first step into making our channel into a all-around arts and crafts channel instead of just the spray paint art. I know a lot of you who come here for the spray paint art. We're going to keep doing the spray paint art, but we're going to encompass a lot of other things in this as well. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoy this video. Again, this is a no-sew hat. This tutorial is just kind of a basic follow along guide on how to make this hat. You don't have to follow it perfectly. You can change things to what suits you. But guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy the video. Anything that I may have missed or you didn't understand, please ask in the comment section down below, and I'll do my best to help you out and figure it out. And together we're going to make some awesome hats, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the video, guys.
Okay guys, let's get right in here to this. Alright, some of the things we're going to need a measuring tape, something to measure your head with. Got to measure how big our noggin is. Alright, you can use a string if you want and measure it up to a measuring tape or a ruler or something that might not bend around your head. We're going to need a piece of cardboard or so to make our design on. You can have your design however you want, just keep it kind of simple. A basic triangle works. You're going to need some material of your choice. I've got some from the store here. You can use a shirt, old shirts or something, whatever you want to use to make a hat. It's pretty straightforward here. One thing we need for our Santa hat is a little foofy, little ball. I think they call them pom-poms. That's what they're called. And they're fluffy little things, fun to make. And you can make them. Yeah, this is just do. Okay, all right. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. It's just a lot of fun to make and play with. All right, here we go. We're gonna need a glue gun. That's what we're using to put this together today. You can use other glues like fabric glue. It's going to take a little longer to dry, and by a little longer I mean a lot longer. It will look a lot cleaner with fabric glue, and you can sew it together if that's something you want to do as well. We're going to need some scissors, and as I said, we're going to need our cardboard. Now, how thick your cardboard you want is up to you. It doesn't really matter as long as you can measure it up to your felt, your fleece, or material. Alright, so guys, our measurement here for this, I've already done this on my head, is actually like 22 1/4 around. So I always like to give a little leeway for it, so we're going to round it up to an even 24, and because when we flip it inside out when we're done, it's going to take a little bit of the material away and make it a little smaller. So I'm going to round it up to 24, and we're going to cut that in half because we're going to keep our felt, our material, folded over in half, so we only need half the measurement for this. So when you line it up, make sure the bottom of your triangle or your stencil is half of the width of your head plus a little bit. So what I said, mine was 22 1/4. We went 24 inches, divided in half is 12. So the bottom of my triangle will be 12. Now, for this here, we have our material in folded over 2 sections. Make sure it's nice and straight. Okay, so now we want to draw our triangle out, trace it out here on the fabric, And for this, you should use like a piece of chalk or something to put on your fabric or so. But I don't have any of that chalk stuff because I am not prepared, apparently. So I'm going to use this dry erase marker, and it will leave just a slight discoloration on the material. And we're not going to see this because we're going to flip this inside out when we're done anyways. So keep that in mind on what you use when you're making your hat here and drawing the stencil out. So this will leave a little line for me to see to know where we're going to cut at, and we'll see if you can see it. All right, there we go. So I'll fix the tip here, and so now that we have this drawn out on it, we're going to make sure we keep it flat and both sheets of material the exact same. We don't want them to move, so we have two triangles that are going to be the exact same. Now for cutting these material, any material really, I would suggest getting some fabric scissors, as normal scissors can be, well, they can be a pain in the booty to use, and they don't want to cut smoothly, some of them. So just get some fabric scissors. They cost like the same amount in the fabric section and the crafting section. So make sure we keep this still. As I said, we don't want the two sheets to separate or slide or move, and it can just one little nudge and there it goes. So take your time. See, that moved a little bit, so just kind of make sure they're together and hold it down, and just really slowly just cut through. Take your time, and it doesn't have to be too perfect. We can trim it up, we can, when we turn it inside out, things like that, and it'll be all right. So now we got it cut out. Wrap up our other material here, save it for some other really awesome project for later. All right, get out of here, go. All right, so we have our triangles for our hat. Pretty basic triangles. You can always make that little curve at the top if that's something you want, or make it longer. But we're going to go with this size here. I actually measured this triangle out from another Santa hat that we bought at the store. Alright, so for down at the bottom of the Santa hat, the little white ribbon that goes around the bottom of it, we need to get out our other material here. And this thing is quite big. I actually bought a lot more of this than I needed to buy because I don't know crafting material with fabric. And it's like the first time I've been in the fabric section of a store, and I thought when you buy it they're priced by the yard, so I actually thought you had to buy at least 1 yard. Oh man, I feel dumb now, but I bought it. I got it cut out, and it was all priced, and bought it, and I take it to my wife, and she says, "No, you don't have to buy a whole yard when buying the fabric. You can buy as much as you want. If you only want a half a yard or a quarter a yard, you say so." And I'm like, oh man, I didn't know that. So here we are. We got this whole bunch of white here, and yeah, this is a funny story. I'm sorry, it's just rambling on about it. I was so embarrassed, but I was like, no, really, I done bought all this material, and I only needed to buy a tiny bit of material, enough to make this little hat, this little triangle here. All right, guys, so to figure out how much material we want here, just decide how tall you want it to be. If you want it to be 2 inches here, give yourself a little extra to fold over on the inside so it stays nicely enough. It'll have a little cleaner look to it. So you can do about 3 inches. I'm going to do an even 4 inches, 2 on the in, 2 on the out, just out of safety, caution, because this is the first time I'm doing it, and it should work just fine, but just in case. So to take our material, we're going to need to know how long of a piece we're going to need. So if we remember how large was our dome, I think we said it was 24. That's both pieces of the triangle side by side. It'd be 24 long. So I think you guys, I'm not sure if you can see this here, if it's all fitting in the camera for you. It should be. I do believe it is. So we're going to do 24 inches long. It isn't long enough the one way, so we'll go down here and we're going to do 4 inches high as well. Alright guys, so alright, I've noticed you guys couldn't see this, so let's move it on up here. Alright, so we're gonna get in here about 4 inches from the bottom, and I'm just gonna take a pencil here on the white, and it shows up real lightly enough for you to see to know where you're cutting, but it disappears pretty easily, and it's gonna be on the inside of it anyway, so we're not gonna see it. So I'm gonna move down a little bit, 4 inches, down a little bit, 4 inches, and we're going to keep at that until we've made a line down our 24-inch section, so that we can cut from dot to dot to dot to get a pretty even piece of material. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to cut up to our line, and then we're going to turn this over here sideways, and we're just going to cut dot to dot to dot. Alright guys, so we got our strip, fold up this material, and we'll save that for later. Alright, we got our material. So, triangles for our hat. Here we go. Alright, so we'll take our triangles, we lay them up here on the top where we're going to glue them. So here we'll apply some glue to the underside. We're just using our hot glue. Just apply it to the underside part of this here and give it a little smash down, make it flat, and almost instantly you see it's going to hold right away. So add our glue, lay it down, and pick some stuff off because I'm finicky. Alright. Now because these two little tips are overlapping, I notice I'm going to have a little trouble folding this in the end, I'm sure, but it'll still come out alright, I think. It'll be hidden underneath this white ribbon here, so we won't notice it. So I'll put our glue on here. Get another glue stick because that one's about gone. Reload. Alright, so little glue here, and I went too far over the edge because why not? Alright, so we let that dry for a moment, and then we'll fold this over on itself. And then we fold this over and proceed to glue that as well. So there we go. It should come out just right. So we shall proceed with gluing this on here as well. Now what we're gluing here should be the outside. Once we're done, once we turn it inside out, this here will be the part that we see. So be careful with your glue, where you're putting it, how high you're putting it, put it exactly where you want it. Don't put too much glue in one spot. It will seep through your material and you get this hard spot, this hard looking spot. So just keep that in mind when using hot glue. Again guys, you can use fabric glue. It goes on a lot smoother. It's dries really nice and it works really well, but just takes a lot longer to dry than hot glue. So, and this is just a quick fun craft to make. You can make this with your kids if you want. You can make it for some cosplay things, whatever you want it to, whatever you want to use it for. So, not meant to be perfect, just fun, entertaining, and I'm gonna tell you, the kids love these little hats. So my kids love these hats. And this one here, we're making the Black Santa hat because of our game that I play online. Everybody loves this Black Santa hat. So it's just kind of something I thought about doing. Plus it's Christmas, you need a Santa hat, so kind of wanted to do this project for a long time, and So now we're getting to it. Alright, so after we fold it over here, guys, unfold a little bit at a time. Don't put all the glue on it and then fold it over on itself. Just fold it over and then undo one side. Put a nice line of glue. And I would avoid doing too much at the tip. It does make it hard to turn inside out. It's a little hard up there. You can just imagine. I mean, you're gonna go down the other side. That tip's gonna get so much glue right there. It's just not gonna turn inside out for you. So we're gonna undo this. Now this other side here where it goes together is a pretty terrible seam down here with the white section. So not sure how to fix that and keep that from being too bad, but I know it's gonna end up kind of horrible. So a little bit of glue, and I put a little too much on the side. Really, it's acting up and sticking upon itself, and I'm just not sure what's going on here. Messing it up, guys. Such a noob. Come on, get on there. What are you doing? All right, burning my fingers. Why are you not going where I want you to go? Come on. Come on. You got it? We got it? All right, there we go. I think we got it. All right, that's looking good. That's better. That works. The tip up here has so much glue in it. Let's put a little more. So we can just heat up that section that we already put there. Something else you can do, guys, is if your glue dries a little too quick in one section, just use the tip of the glue gun. It's really hot, so just apply it to the glue that's already there and it'll remelt it, and then just quickly put your fabric, your stuff back down, and it should stick just fine. You don't have to put extra glue there. Now down here on the seam down here is I'm not sure what to do with this seam down here. I should fold it in on itself and glue it. Thinking about it, I need to fold it out on itself. In on itself would show really bad folding it inside out. So I'm not sure. I'm just kind of taking both tips down here on this end, because you know our right side over there folds and has an edge, where this side is an open edge. So I gotta do something with the seam to close it up here. Not sure. I think just put some glue along the edge and hold both of them together and hope that that's gonna be good enough. Like I said, guys, this is one of the first hats that I've made, so it's not perfect. I'm sure after it's done reviewing it, I could come up with a couple of ideas to make it better, as I'm sure you guys at home have probably already spotted a bunch of things that could make this better. And you know, that's why you watch it. If you don't know what you're doing, you watch it and you see it and you go, hey, I got an idea. Yeah, I know how I can improve on this and make this even more awesome. And I hope you guys do that and make an even more awesome hat. But this is just a basic follow along guide to making a Santa hat. So not perfect, but it's a lot of fun to do, and the kids would love it, love to do it as well. Just be careful with the glue gun. Maybe don't let them use that glue gun. That's a low temperature glue gun, and I'm still burning my fingers. It's gets a bit hot there. All right, I'm having trouble with the end down here, guys. I don't know if you can see that. It's taking a little long, so I'm sure you can see that it's giving me a little bit of trouble. So let me try to put that together, and then we'll get back to it, guys. Now what we're going to do is we're going to want to turn this inside out. So reach up in there, tuck the tip down, and the tip doesn't fold all the way out on itself because of how much glue we got there. It can you'll have a little bit of it that'll be missing, but when we put our little ball on it, it'll be unnoticeable. So we turn it inside out and we get this little cleaner, nicer look. You can find any glue that may have been just a little too much, and you can always pick those off in here. I'm going to try to remelt it down. Instead of being such a big glob, I can kind of get it to seep down into the material and disappear for it. I'm not too worried about it up here because I'm going to put the ball on the end of it up here, and that's going to kind of hide that there. But this is a, I expected something like this to happen because it's hot glue, whereas fabric glue will pretty much be invisible when you're done using it, and sewing it again will just come out a lot better. But a lot of us don't have great sewing skills or want to go through that or take the time to do that, and some hot glue, guys, works really well. So just go down the seams, you find little pieces of hot glue that are just kind of sticking up, pick them off. If they're stuck too much, you don't want to rip your hat back open. Grab your scissors and just give a little snip it off. You can always make sure, again, the tip of your hot glue gun is cleaned, wiped off, so you're not applying glue to the outside of your hat here, and just run the hot tip over the glue to kind of melt down some of those high points as well. So that's what we're going to do here, is just go down the seam, and I'm just going to look it over and find any of those spots and get rid of them. Alright guys, so now we're going to take our pom-pom here, and because this tip isn't all the way up on this hat, I'm thinking about maybe pushing these two strings here down into the tip here, because there's kind of a little divot there from where it wasn't pushed out. Yeah, right here. I think I can shove the two strings down in here with some glue. That'll hold that pretty well, and then just apply a little more glue to the ball. So yeah, I think those strings will stick in there. Where's my pencil? Alright, so open that up just enough. Yeah, I can't get that tip out of there, so just shove the strings in there. Again, guys, you can just honestly hot glue this to the tip and it'll stay there pretty well. It's not going to go anywhere. So kind of going overboard here with this part. But look at that. Got to make things more complicated than they need to be. I am bad at that. I'm one of those perfectionists that never perfect anything. I want to, and it must be right. It must be right. But it doesn't always end up that way. Alright, so we'll apply a little more glue here to the tip, and then push this ball down on it like that. Hold it there for a moment, make sure it dries. And then there we go. We have our hat. Make sure that's on there real good. Let everything dry before you decide to put this on your head. It dries pretty quickly. The seam's already dried, but we don't want anything to come undone and just become a hassle, guys. So just let that dry for like 5 minutes, and then enjoy your new black Santa hat. And also enjoy picking glue off your fingers, because hot glue goes everywhere. Alright guys, so if it needs a little more glue here on the ball to help hold it down, put a little more there. But I think this one's hanging on there pretty well. So we let that dry for about 5 minutes before we want to wear it, and it's good to go. But there it is, guys. There's your new black Santa hat, or whatever color, whatever Santa hat you want to make. There it is, guys. A lot of fun to make. Kids love it. You can use a cotton ball on the end if that's what you want to do. It's up to you. It won't last very long, but it's still fun to make with the kids. I hope you enjoy it, guys. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Thanks for watching this week's video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. And I do hope you guys have an awesome new year. Now, guys, if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button, and so you can keep up to date on all our future content. Click the like button for me, smash that thing down, help us out. And guys, you guys are awesome. Thank you very much for being a part of this channel. We'll see you guys in the next video. Keep creating.